Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tanya June Moore here. It's the Sedona International Film Festival. I want to thank Black Magic Camera, Suddenlink, the wonderful Sedona Rouge that's housing our media room, and also Sedona Media Services for being our sponsors this year. Welcome to the hot seat, gentlemen. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Prince Bagdasarian. I'm the writer-director of Diverted Eden.
And I'm Daniel Joseph, lead actor, Diverted Eden.
All right, so tell me about this action-packed film that people are really bubbling over about.
Diverted Eden is a action crime drama thriller about a father losing his 7-year-old daughter to a kidnapping. And he's a military vet, and he has a certain set of skills that he utilizes to go after the perpetrators or possible perpetrators. At the same time as a parallel story about a detective, a young female detective, unsolving the case.
So thank you, first of all, for showing another film that our veterans are truly heroes, and they do have a specific set of skills, and we appreciate our warriors. That's a soft spot for me. How was it playing? You played that role, right?
Yes.
How was it? How did you get prepared for that?
Yeah, I mean, I actually met with some real-life Navy SEALs and just kind of heard their stories and you know, just kind of gathering information that way. You know, I learned a lot from them. Yeah, we definitely wanted to make it a point to honor them the best way that we could, you know, and obviously them dealing with a lot of things coming back from war. And I think in this case, it's about a single father and dealing with PTSD, and then on top of that, having to face an unthinkable, you know, situation, you know, getting your 7-year-old daughter kidnapped and just thinking about every second that goes by, like what could happen to her, and taking matters into your own hands, you know. So
was there anything surprising that you learned from the SEALs? I mean, was there like a point that you went, click, oh my gosh, I got it? Yeah,
I mean, a lot of it is their demeanor, you know, and the things that you think that they're affected by, they're not always, you know, affected by those kind of things. And they really are just about the mission itself. They're not about any kind of personal glory. They just do whatever it takes to get the job done. And I think in this case, the character I play, Dane, that's really what he does. It's about getting the job done, finding my daughter at all costs. So.
And was that surprising for you as a civilian? I mean, were you like, wow, there's really no emotion in this, it's really just...
Yeah, I hope that kind of, you know, portrays on screen, you know, that just the way he kind of deals with the situation might not be the way people expect at first. You know, it is very tactical. I think that's a good word to use.
Yes.
Just being very tactical and very business-like in one sense, but at the same time, I mean, I think any civilian dealing with this kind of situation, I really believe it'll draw something out of him that wasn't there before. And I kind of experienced that playing this character as well too, you know, just thinking about that kind of situation. You know, he's a father. I'm not a father, but he is.
Yeah.
So in that kind of way, drawing off of, you know, his emotions too, and just dealing with that helped a lot.
And how about you? I mean, you're the director, and you're seeing this happen, because military, especially SEALs, they're very much by the book. How did that feel directing that?
No, absolutely. I mean, it was very important for me to actually also have authenticity in the film, especially in those certain sequences for anything related to military. So hence we brought in some military actors who have some military background, who could give us certain points, certain hints, and certain tips and tricks that we would otherwise not know. Even from our stunt coordination team, although we do have that on set, it's different when they're actually have that experience, that history. And it was totally beneficial, and it registers on screen, and it's all up there, and you could kind of see it all. You know, I wish the scenes were longer, of course, and I wish we shot more of those action sequences, but whatever we have in the first opening sequence of the film, it's pretty impressive, and me dealing with those characters and those actors, and listening to those stories is inspiring.
And speaking of actors, you worked with a deaf actor, and he plays a deaf person on film. How was that? Was there any barrier in there?
Challenge, for sure.
Yeah.
It was definitely a challenge. Fortunately, he was best friends with Daniel
Mhm.
for over a decade or so.
Yeah.
His name is Michael Spady, and it was important for us to also have the authenticity there as well. But he was very communicative. He understood everything, and him being on screen for the first time in a feature film like that,
Mhm.
it was also a challenge for him as well. And so we worked it out, and it's definitely beautiful on screen, and him also interacting with the little girl is just another thing. And we also had Eden, the actress who plays Eden, Trinity, and we brought in an ASL teacher, and we brought in some authenticity there with having her learn some sign language
Wonderful.
and communicate with him.
Absolutely. And you've already screened here once,
Mhm.
correct? There was a lot of hooing and hawing in there. They were excited about it. So tell us about that. Like, what was the energy like? Was it palpable in the room after it was shown?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think there's a definite love of just independent films and independent filmmaking, and that was very evident. Just even, we actually got to sit in and watch with them. So for sure, the energy was there, and just based on our Q&A and the questions people were asking, it just kind of gave us a good idea of what people were paying attention to and what they liked and things like that. So.
And the energy here is really all about the filmmakers.
Mhm.
We love having you guys here. Like,
Yeah.
this is important for us. Were there good questions in the Q&A? Anything that surprised you from our audience?
No, I mean, we're glad to be here, and we enjoy that process. Some festivals, there's no time for Q&As and certain things like that, and sometimes during the credits roll and people leave, and it's I'm glad that the audience sticks around and they have those questions and they want to talk to us. Specific questions that stood out were about our deaf actor. That was pretty impressive to them. They actually thought he was an actor acting as a deaf character, which wasn't the case. And then they asked about, our strong female lead, played by Scout Taylor Compton, and how much physical work she put into the film, and and then obviously challenging things on the film, including our production days from, shooting in the storms, cast and crew putting their heart and soul into the film, and we had 60-mile-an-hour winds, and car crashes and flips and all sorts of stuff in the film that it's
So
like,
exciting!
safety's important,
It's so exciting!
Yeah.
How was that? Having all the car crashes, all the wind. I mean, was it just overwhelming, or were you just like, yeah, I've got all this under control and this is going to be awesome?
A little bit of both, I would say.
Right.
But safety is important,
Yeah.
We're not curing cancer, we're just making movies.
Right.
So we don't want anybody to get hurt. And so safety is, number one all the time. And if we can't do it, we can't do it. We could reschedule, but we took advantage of what was Mother Nature gave us, and if we were capable in capturing all that stuff on screen, and it turned out pretty good.
Wonderful. Well, the feedback has been really good so far, so
Yeah,
congratulations.
it's been great. Thank you.
I know you guys did a little ATVing out here in Sedona. What was the movie that you were going to make? Because I think it's brilliant. If you were going to make a movie in Sedona, you said
ATV action movie.
ATVs
Yeah.
with guns.
Right.
I think that's pretty good.
Forget the horses. You
Yeah.
get multiple horsepower on
Right.
ATVs.
Exactly. That guy's the shooter anyway.
Yeah.
So where can they keep up with you out there on the Webiverse with this film?
Our hashtag everywhere on Facebook and all social media is hashtag Diverted Eden. And my name and last name is me on Instagram and Facebook as well, and Daniel as well, Daniel Joseph.
Yeah, we're definitely very active on social media, so
Wonderful.
Instagram and Facebook. So we're always updating.
And you're heading to more festivals before you release it, or are you looking?
Correct.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
looking for a place to put it as well, so other people can
Yeah,
see it.
we just won a Best Action film in LA.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. And so we came from there and it was a different scenery for sure. We premiered pretty big, and we had people sitting on the floor in our LA screening, and then we come here and we find out 2 sold out screenings back to back, and it's kind of unfortunate, but then it is fortunate because I tell people go see the film, but then I'm like, you can't because it's so.
It's sold out, but that tells you exactly how good it is, right?
Yeah.
When you sell out, that means that you've done
Mhm.
something right. And that's
No,
a good
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're
Right.
definitely humbled for that. So.
Well, good. We're glad to have you here. I can't wait to hear how this ends up at the end of the week. I want to see it, and we want the audience to definitely see it as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, Diverted Eden. It's a great action film, I'm sure. I can't wait to see it myself, and we'll catch you on the next interview.
Thank you.
Thanks.